Yo guys, girls, back with another video. This is basically a Man United video, as if Ruben Amorim's in charge. Now, I'm assuming you've all heard Man United obviously sacked Ten Hag yesterday, which, as a Man United fan, is slightly disappointing. I mean, he's been doing really badly, so I can see why they are. 14th in the league is embarrassing, to be fair. But it's just we change our manager quite often, so I'm hoping this next guy, which sounds like it's going to be Ruben Amorim, is from Sporting Lisbon, that he's the right person. We'll see. What I've done though in Football Manager is I've kind of created how I think he'll set his team up, and we're going to see how it does basically. And if you're liking this kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe. Any support on the channel is much appreciated. So I'll talk you through the tactic, which is where we are now. So we've got a pressing forward on attack. We've got a support striker on attack. An attacking midfielder on attack. So in fact, I'll show you these. So the support striker's got roam from position and tackle harder. Because we want to be quite high pressing, as well as he basically sets up in a 3-4-3 as well. So I think this is how he'll set up. He might do something different than Manu, you never know. We've got the attack midfielder on attack with hold up ball, roam from position, move into channels and tackle harder. Because what will happen at times is this pressing forward will get over here. I think kind of in real life, I'm trying to mimic that in Football Manager. Sometimes this support striker will be along and making a 2. And then this Volante will be up here next to the attacking midfielder. Stand up. Yeah, the Volante will be up there next to the attacking midfielder. So essentially, and then that libero will step in there occasionally with the ball, winning midfielder. It's essentially making like a back 4, so 4-2-2-2. Occasionally. A lot of the times it'll be set up like this though. So then we've got the Volante on support. The only instruction I gave him was tackle harder. We've got ball winning midfielder on support, which I think will probably be a guard here. I think it has to be. He's got the legs to get around. I'm hoping that he's in Casemiro. We've got to start playing a guard here, and hopefully Amorim can get the best out of him as well, which will be great. 2 wing backs on attack. They've got to take more risks, cut inside with the ball, stay wide and tackle harder. So they're the width in the team, pretty obviously. I think we've got good fullbacks, wing backs if we can keep them fit, with Shaw, Dalot and possibly Mazraoui. Now, it's whether that left wing back role is a big problem, isn't it? You know, because Shaw's probably not going to be fit. Alassi is almost definitely not going to be fit. Maybe we'll see Harry Amas play a bit more, which would be interesting to see. It'd be nice to see a youngster come through. But whether he's good enough right now. So I think we could see a surprise at left wing back. You know, where potentially one of the wingers goes out there. We'll see. I might be wrong, but yeah, I think we might see that. Got 2 ball playing defenders on defend. They've got dribble more, tackle harder, because he likes the sort of wide centre backs to progress the ball as well. We've got libero on defend, really, because he likes that kind of sweeper role, but he also does occasionally step in the midfield. This is my take on his tactic, you know. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments if you think they would just got sweep keeper on attack with tackle harder. That's just what I think he'll do with Onana, really. He'll let him occasionally, I think, when the libero steps in there. He'll become that kind of third man in the back 3 when we've got the ball, to hopefully not play anything like extravagant, play easy passes to these 2 ball playing defenders, but just to create that overload at the back for us to build out from the back at times. So we've got an attacking mentality. We're going shorter pass and play out defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, play for set pieces, slightly higher tempo and narrow. We're going to roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we've got high line engagement, high defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goal distribution, get stuck in, step up more, invite crosses. Again, and then I think he might play a little bit different. You could maybe argue that. I think to make his tactic work in FM, I've selected some of these things. But I do think he'll play shorter pass, and I do think he'll play high press and stuff. You know, there will be quite a lot of counter press and countering, so I think it is pretty close to what he will do. So let's see how we did. Competitions, we were knocked out in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup by Arsenal. Won the Community Shield though, but we were knocked out in the FA Cup semi-final by Fulham. That's a bit disappointing. Knocked out in the Europa League semi-final by Bilbao, again disappointing, and fourth in the league, but only 2 points off top. That is not bad. This tactic has performed pretty well. Rashford's got 26 goals, which is 4 more than Haaland. Bruno there topping the assists with 16. Dalot with 13 from wing-back role. That's good. I think we've done alright here. You know, we're predicted 5th and we finished 4th. So that isn't bad at all. 2 points off top as well. Take that. Just conceding a few too many more than City there, even though we stayed on the same points. But Arsenal won that really just with their defence. Then if you look, we've got the most goals. We're 4th in shots, so most goals with slightly less shots. We're probably getting better chances, which is good. 4th in shots against, that's where we need to improve. 8th in best pass completion. 7th in possession. We're not there in tackles, not there in dribbles. We're not there in clean sheets, that's a disappointing thing. But we're there 5th in fewest conceded. So it's a good tactic. I think you can have fun with this tactic. And if you want to have a go at it, you know, please let me know how you get on. So I'd definitely be interested. And if you want to see more of this save, because what's quite interesting with this is I've used like an updated database. And, well, firstly, I'll just show you. As you can see, Fernandes there, 23 goals, 19 assists. Rashford there, 40 goals. Højlund was 16, but he's been injured and he's injured again now. But what I was going to say is this database is really interesting. So if you do want to see more of it, please let me know, because we do have some really good youngsters actually. If it loads up, let's have a look. So we've got a 14-year-old Kai Rooney, which is basically, well, he's Wayne Rooney's son, isn't he? Who is going to be class, but they put him in the game. They've put in, sorry, I can't say it. Ibrahimov, I think it is. Forgive my pronunciation of that. But he looks a very good player as well. And actually in real life, I think he is going to be really incredible. So there's a lot of like new young players in the game, which could be interesting to see how they progress. I think it's in the under-21s where we've got, Chidozie Obi, who looks fantastic. I think we just picked him from Arsenal, didn't he? So, yeah, if you want to see me carry on with this, let me know, because also, if I do carry on, I wouldn't mind trying to sign Ronaldo Jr.'s in the game. Incredible price. Obviously, I won't be standing for exactly that much, not straight away anyhow, but I think he's going to be fantastic as well. Getting only 14, so we maybe have to go quite far into the future to see the best of Rooney and Ronaldo, which would be fun to get back at Man United, wouldn't it? But yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see any more. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. This one, we're going to kind of look at who I think Ruben Amorim is probably going to sign. And I'm going to try and like mirror that in FM24. If you didn't see the last video, that was me kind of doing the tactics that I think he'll use and doing the first season. FM24 to see how he will do. We did pretty well. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look at that. There's a bit of a deep dive into the tactic, which I think works very well. So, firstly, I think he'll go for like a young forward, left-footed. I don't think we've got many left-footed, so I've gone with Kjaergaard. I'm not sure it will be him, but I also think he might go back to Sporting because they've got some fantastic young players there, like Ignacio, Gyökeres, and Diamonde, who I think are the 3 best ones that are there. And they, I think, could be fantastic for us because we do need some more athletic, quick centre-backs. And we're missing goals up front, obviously, with Gyökeres. So that's what I think will happen. You know, feel free to disagree with me in the comments. And also, if you are liking this content, please remember to like and subscribe. And let me know as well, do you want to see more of this team playing? Do you want to see me try and progress and do what I think Ruben Amorim will do, or try and get some of the young players through, because also I'm thinking about, should I do some videos about the young players that are at Man United, that are in the youth academy, that I think will end up breaking into the first team in the next sort of 2 years or so. But yeah, let me know if you want to see any of that. This is the team we're going with. This is the tactic. So I'm just kind of showing you a bit of what the tactic is. There's a bit of it more deep dive into it in the last episode, showing the kind of player instructions as well. So go and check that out. But I think with these signings, we would look very, very strong. Still got 92 million in the budget, with only 3.3 million a week. I say only. It's a lot in wages, but that's actually lower than probably what Man U is spending now. And also, interestingly, I think these are the players that he might sell. So maybe not being there, but Casemiro sold him for 31 million, Lindelof for 11.25, Antony for 25.5, Lassia for 4.5, Sancho for 30. I think these are the kind of players that he probably will be looking to move on, along with potentially Harry Maguire. I think he'll probably look to move Harry Maguire on. And if it was me, and I don't think Ruben Amorim will do this, he'll also look to move on Eriksen. But yeah, if it was me, I don't think he'll do this, but I would move on Bruno as well. I know that's quite controversial, maybe, and I am a Man United fan, so maybe slightly odd saying that, but I just think his mentality and the way he sort of goes on the pitch and throws his arms up, I think we're a better team without him in, even though he is a good player. And I think we could get some decent money for him. So I would do that as well. And I might do that in this FM world, but we'll see. Obviously, the issue in real life is probably left back, but we've got Shaw here, and he is quite fit on this game. And I'm looking to train Garnacho out there actually as well, so I wonder if he'll do something similar. As you can see, the tactic's working very well. 5 out of 5 in friendlies. I know friendlies don't mean too much, but it's still working. And we've got a long season ahead of us. But yeah, let me know in the comments, do you want to see me play this next season? Do you want to see me carry on with this save? Or do you want to see anything else? Man United related, or different FM challenges maybe, I don't know. But yeah, feel free to whack what you want in there. We've got some good youngsters coming through. I mean, this database is really quite exciting, I think, to play when you look at some of the players coming through, like Kai Rooney. I think there's Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., so I'm hoping I can bring him in at some point with Kai Rooney. We've got, I think we're about to find him here. Yeah, Chidozie Obi, the guy, Obi Martin, I think he's called, isn't he, who we brought in from Arsenal. He looks fantastic. There's other players coming through, like Harry Amas, Shea Lacey, Biancheri, who's playing very well at the moment. The centre-back, that is it, Kukonki. I think he's great as well. Ruben Amorim tactic. This is the tactic we've been using. If you haven't seen the previous 2 episodes, go back and watch them. First one, we do a deep dive into tactics. Second one, we kind of look at who we think Ruben Amorim's going to sign. And I've signed most of those players in FM. And now we're just going to push on, really. I like a normal save, I think, but using his tactics. So we've got the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. With Villa there, knocked us out. We won the FA Cup, beating Spurs. We won the Champions League. Bear in mind, this is the second season on penalties, beating Real Madrid. And we won the Premier League. So we've won a treble in our second season. We've got 101 points in the Premier League, which I think is a Premier League record. Correct me if I'm wrong. And also, please remember to like and subscribe. I hope you're enjoying the content. As you can see, the players played fantastic. Gyökeres 24 goals, Højlund 7.39 XG, Luke Shaw 11 assists. He's got 122 goals, only conceding 33, 89 goal difference. Like I said, 101 points, only lost once. Unfortunately, that was to Man City, I think. Most goals, more shots. We got more shots by about 122 there. Third in fewer shots against. We're not there in pass completion or possession or tackles won. It's kind of a bit of a lean into this tactic. Third in dribbles, so we're quite progressive. We've got 13 clean sheets there, which isn't bad, and we're second in fewest conceded yet. So, a fantastic season. This tactic's working really well. Give it a go. Like I say, I've done a deep dive into it in the first episode, so you can kind of just use that as a tactic. I have done a video a little while ago, a few weeks ago, on set pieces, so I'm using those set pieces as well. I can see Gyökeres 33 goals, Højlund 31, Rashford 28, Xerxes 19, Gjagaard's out on loan, he got 16, Mason Mount got 15 goals and 10 assists. Playing some fantastic stuff. We've turned Garnacho into that left wing back, which might happen in real life. I'm not really sure, but we didn't have a lot of options out there, so we've done that. We've been training Diallo as a right wing back, which he hasn't really taken to. So I think they're the problem positions, I suppose, for us. But obviously we've still got Shaw who can play out there, Dalot, Mazraoui who can go on the right wing back. So fantastic stuff. We're going to potentially look to sell quite a lot of players. I actually bought Aaron Ramsdale just because the team were kicking off that we had no depth in goal. And then he's become first team goalie, so I'm probably going to sell Onana. And amongst a lot of other players, these are some of the players I'm looking at potentially buying. I don't think I'm going to go with Harry Clark and Nick Carter. I was just looking at them with the long throws because we do long throws as part of our set pieces, which works really well. So like I say, go and check out that set pieces video because that'll get you a few goals in the season if you're struggling a little bit. We're looking at Luke Wolfenden, but I don't think he's going to cut the grade. So we're probably going to go for either Wirtz or Musiala, and then either Schlotterbeck or Van der Ven. I'm leaning towards Schlotterbeck and Musiala, but we'll see. Could be some great signings. If you haven't seen it, I did a short about this Mastantuono. Sorry, not even a short, it was just a short video, but he is fantastic. Go and sign him. He'll cost you next to nothing in about second or third season. He'll probably cost you 6 million. Fantastic player. He's potentially one of the world's best players if you play him right. If he's got that potential, yeah, definitely go and get him. Same with, I think, is it Naipan, who I'm probably going to sign as well. So I'm going to look at him. These are the players I'm potentially going to sell. So it could be a big season for us. Because I think what I'm going to try and do over the next season or two is sell quite a lot of players and start to bring some youngsters through. I want to get this youth academy that I think is phenomenal at Man United. I want to get them playing. So I'm looking at selling Nana, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, Mazraoui, Dalot, Mount. Let me know, would you sell all of them? Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Hope you're enjoying the content. And there's some really good players in there. Mastantuono, if you've watched any of my videos, I do like to sign him. Getting him for 10.25 million, which is a bit more than you normally spend. This, I think, is a bargain. We got Diogo Costa for 29.5 million. Possibly one of the best keepers in the world on this game. For that cheap, an absolute steal. And we brought in some really good players. Chris Riggs, 16.75 million. Huge potential. Naipan, I think he's an absolute steal. Wonder kid, worldwide reputation. Already looks class at 19 for 4.6 million. Can play anywhere. 5.75 million for Omar Odeon's a steal. Then we went big. 105 million on Jamal Musiala. And 57 million, which is a lot of money, but I think for Schlotterbeck, for a guy this good who can play left back, centre back, DM, centre mid, left wing back, hell of a signing, I think. And we sold a few people. Mazraoui went for 53 million. Pretty good badge. He's gone out on loan. Antonio Silva went out on loan. So he'll be, well, actually, sorry, he's come in now, I think. And then a lot of these went, I think, at the start of last season. So I probably took you through them in the last episode. We've got 150 million as well that we brought in as well. So we've got Dalot, who went for 45.5 million. Xerxes for 44.5 million. Martinez for 30 million to Arsenal. People might question that, but he's not really getting a game. 27 million for Diallo. A lot of like youngsters gone for free. A couple of loans. Anana's gone out on loan. Eriksen's gone on a free. We're just trying to free up some wages as well, you know, and just get this team on a even keel whilst trying to develop it. And please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. Let me know if you are, if you've played with the tactic I'm using that I showed in the first episode. which does seem to work very, very well. Obviously, I'll show you a bit later in this episode how we got on. Well, I'll show you now. Sorry, FA Cup quarter-final by Chelsea. We won the UEFA Super Cup, beat Sporting, Amorim's old side, or actual side in this, 3-0. We runner-up in the Community Shield, quarter-final, the Carabao Cup by Arsenal, round 16 by Barcelona. So not as good as last year, but we still won the league. 87 points, 62 goals. Again, not quite as good as we were playing last year, but bringing in trophies, winning the league, not a bad season. Ignacio was fantastic for us. Trying to train him as that left wing back. Hopefully he'll do well out there, but he's perfect for that sort of left-sided centre-back role. Got Ramsdale, potentially going to sell him for 30 million. The squad weren't happy with our depth at goalkeeper, which is why I brought him in, but I think we could sell him for 55, 60 million. So that'll be pretty good, make a bit of money on him, especially now we've got Diogo Costa. And we're predicted to finish second in the league. But, I mean, you still look at Liverpool, City and Arsenal. City and Arsenal in particular, their squads are fantastic. Liverpool's is pretty good. As you can see, we've got the most goals, got the most shots by 218 shots more. Third in fewer shots against. We're not there in pass completion, possession, tackles, sixth in dribbles, second in clean sheets, and third in fewest conceded. So you can see why we win the league. It's that attacking play. It's the amount of shots we're having, the amount of goals we're getting, which is simply winning us the league. But it's going really well for us. As you see, we've got a few keepers. These are the people I'm thinking of selling. So possibly get rid of Ramsdale. Definitely get rid of Anana, because we've now got 3 really good keepers now. I didn't really want to keep Anana around, but we could only loan him out. Potentially Yoro. I might keep him though, we'll see. Potentially Shaw. He's on big wages, and I'm not sure we need him. I want to give Matando a bit of game time. Maybe Mason Mount. He's on big wages. I mean, he's a class player. Kjaergaard, we brought him in, but he's not playing loads. I mean, he's had 17 games, 23 off the bench. Rooney Bargy, again, not playing as much as I thought, and I don't want to block a sort of pathway for some of the youngsters. Gyökeres, bit of a strange one, but I might cash in on him. Omarodian hasn't been playing, so potentially, possibly Rashford as well. And this is really all gearing up to bring in the youngsters through. That's a lot of top players, and I'm not saying I'll sell them all, but I want to bring through, you know, Amir Ibrahimov, Chidozie Obi-Martin, who's going to be fantastic, 18, 6'1", 17 acceleration already. Kai Rooney, still only 16 on this, but he's going to be phenomenal. I want to bring in Ronaldo Jr. if I can. Chris Atherton, who dubbed the next George Best, apparently. We want to bring him through and see how he's going to go. Obviously, let me know if you want to see more of this and see how these youngsters develop. I'm very interested in playing a lot more. Got Joseph Brown here, one of the new gens that have come in. He looks fantastic. Matando, we talked about earlier, perfect for that left wing back role. Hopefully, we can give these guys some game time and let them grow. And because I think actually in real life, as a Man United fan, that's what we want. We've got a world class youth academy, but second rate real first team at the moment. If we can bring some of those youth players through, could be phenomenal. This is the tactic we've been using with the ball playing defenders, one libero on defend, and it sort of turns into a 4-2-2-2 as you've got the ball, and it defends like this, like a 3-4-2-1, well 3-4-3 really when you're defending. I did do a deep dive in the first episode of this series, so if you want to see the full kind of tactic with all the player instructions, go and check that out. Give it a go. It works phenomenal. I'm really enjoying this tactic in this video. Well, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the content. Please remember to like and subscribe. This is the tactic we've been using in the first episode in this series. I kind of did a deeper dive in the tactic if you want to try it. Some of the youngsters that are coming through, I've already promoted a few of them. That's why you're not seeing them in that screen. Got Kenny Cowie, looks decent. Hopefully he'll be good. I want to try and start promoting more youngsters, which we have been doing. Tom Proctor looks good. Daniel Gallagher, I think he's a right back. Could be quite useful for us. So some good players. Obviously, we've got some really good ones in the first 11, which I'll show you shortly. We've done a bit of transfer business. We haven't really bought a lot of people in. Only Mastantuono, 10.25 million is an absolute steal for this guy, by the way. He's going to be fantastic. But we've sold a lot of people. We loaned back Rooney Bargi. They offered us for free, so I figured we might as well have him in the squad. And I think my director of football's bought this guy, because I didn't. Looks okay, but I don't think he's going to make the first team. But we've sold a lot of people. We sold Gyökeres to Barcelona for 56 million, Ramsdale for 50 million to Chelsea. And Ramsdale's a good keeper, but he wasn't really getting enough game time that last season. Costa was playing, Costa's better, so I figured we'd cash in. Made a lot of money on him. Gyökeres, I think we bought him for 62, sold him for 56, so a slight loss. He's a really good player, but I just didn't want to block the path of some of the other forwards bringing in. So Bargi for 22.5 million, Anana 15.25 million, Shaw for 15 million. He's gone to Real Madrid. Slightly strange. I don't think that's a great signing by them. Omorodian's got for 10.75 million. He just wasn't getting any games. I think he's going to be a fantastic player still, and I would advise, if you can, I think I got him for 5 million. Get him. It's just he's not playing. Hoyland was ahead of him. Gyökeres was ahead of him. I've got Obi Martin here, who looks really good, who I want to give more game time to. Kai Rooney's coming through. We're hopefully going to be bringing in Ronaldo Jr. and people like that. So, yeah, these youngsters are going to be fantastic. We've still got Rashford, Hoyland, Atherton, who looks fantastic, Garnacho. I'm thinking of selling Rashford and Mount. Start play even more youngsters. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. But, yeah, they're on high wages, say about 500 grand a week. A lot of money in there. Hopefully from the transfer as well. The guy is coming along brilliantly. Chelsea want him. I'm not going to sell the guy. He's only 26. Brilliant defensive midfielder. Fits very well with this tactic. Like I think he will in real life as well under Ruben Amorim. So, yeah, we're definitely going to keep hold of him if we can. Montando had this season 23 starts, 23 sub-appearances. So it's nice to see him getting a lot of game time there. Rasmus Højlund, 43 goals. Rashford, 24 goals, 12 assists. Obi with 16 starts, got 18 goals. Jamal Musiala, 18 goals, 12 assists in 47 games. Mastantuono, 11 goals, 18 assists in 28 starts. Mason Mount did well with 19 assists, so playing really well. Naipan here looks phenomenal. Worldwide play, got him for 4.6 million, let's remember that. Look out for him in your save. You can get him quite cheap as well. And he turns into a phenomenal player, given a little bit of game time. Won the Carabao Cup, won the Community Shield. We knocked out the semi-final, the FA Cup by Arsenal, semi-final, the Champions League by Barcelona, and we won the league again. So we did the double. We're not counting the Community Shield like Jose Mourinho would do. He would call that trouble. We're calling it a double. And to get to the semi-final, the FA Cup and Champions League, that's pretty good. Rasmus Højlund got the top scorer. We got 110 goals, 35 goals against, 92 points. Only lost twice. Really, really well. I think that's our third Premier League win in a row. So if we can do it again next season, that'll equal what Man City have done in real life, which is fantastic. Obviously, the fact that we're now winning titles again has took us way ahead of the other teams. Like total top division titles won. 309 million to spend. But the balance is getting under control. And that was kind of the aim of this season, really. Hopefully to keep winning, which we have. But to also sell quite a bit. Play some of the youngsters. Bring these finances under control, because they're out of control. On this game, on the save. Maybe not quite so much in real life now that Ineos are in. But we've also upgraded the training facilities, youth facilities. Keep your eye on this. If you can do it, do it. It does help massively. It helps bring in better players, attract better players. Sorry, it helps develop better youth players. It helps you get better youth players. So, yeah, definitely look at that. But we're coming towards the end of the video. Thank you for making it this far in the video. I do appreciate it. Like I said earlier, please remember to like, subscribe. Possibly going to sell Mount and Rashford. We'll see. I might keep hold of them. They're really good players. watching the series. If you haven't, please go back and have a look at the other videos. Do a deeper dive into the tactic in the other videos, and there's the link to the tactics on one of the videos as well. So please check that out. This is the tactic if you want to have a go at it. It is working fantastically well. This is, I think, our 4th tile in a row, which we'll get to in the video. I've obviously done video on set pieces as well, so please go and check that out. Got some great transfers coming in as well. But yeah, 4th tile in a row, so we're doing fantastically. I'll show you the competitions in a bit and we'll have a look at that. We brought in Pedri for 34.5 million, which I think is an absolute steal. It is. I don't think I've ever seen him that low in the game. We brought in Florian Wirtz for 58 million. Sorry, again, a steal. 2 fantastic signings. We're loaning out some youngsters. So I loaned out Kai Rooney, hopefully give him a bit of game time. I want to start seeing him play more. We saw David Harrison. I just didn't think he's going to make the grade. Plus, we've got loads of great youngsters in this team. That's the brilliant thing about this Man United team now. And this save. And I think in real life, fantastic youth players. Mason Mount's gone to Arsenal for 82 million. I just felt like I couldn't turn it down. He's on 200 grand a week. He's 29. Rashford went. He was in his last year of his contract. I didn't really want to give him another contract. I mean, they've given him 875 grand a week. But he's 30 years old. Sold for 30.5 million. Probably a bit cheap, but I want to create that pathway for the youngsters coming through. And like I say, Rashford's getting a bit old. He's on 300 grand a week. So I thought it was a good sale. Debts, 0. Pretty much got 44 million outstanding debt, but really net debt 0. So that's fantastic. 128 million in the bank. 222 million if I want to spend it. Lots of wage budget. I think that's going to go on contracts though, so I need to be careful with that. We've knocked out the quarterfinal of the FA Cup by Arsenal, quarterfinal of the Champions League by Barcelona, 4th round Carabao Cup by Palace. Not ideal, but we won the league again by 1 point. With 86 points, 72 goal difference. Erasmus Højlund, 25 goals, 7.42 average rating. Musiala got 7.4 rating. Florian Wirtz with 18 assists. Ignacio with 16 assists. He's doing really, really well. Diego Costa there with 19 clean sheets. Remember, we got him, I think, for 28.5 million? 29.5 million, sorry. Fantastic signing as well. Probably one of the best keepers on the game, if you can get him. We did have Ramsdale, actually, and he's really good, actually. If Arsenal aren't playing him, you can normally get him quite cheap, so I would recommend checking that out as well. Musiala and Wirtz. There's 2 centre midfielders, Costa in goal and Højlund up front. That's probably the most people we've had in the Media Dream 11. Scored 104 goals, conceded 32, only lost 4 games all away from home against pretty good teams, to be fair. So we've had a really good season. Obviously most goals, more shots by nearly 240 ahead of Tottenham. Fewer shots against, which we haven't seen that every season, but that seems to be getting a lot better. Maybe as the team's getting better. 7th in average possession. We're not letting tackles run. We're 6th in dribbles, so it's quite an attacking team. Top in clean sheets and 2nd in fewest conceded. So there's only Tottenham who conceded less, and that was only 1 goal. So I think we've been really, really good this season. Got some really good players coming in. Matteo Monsalvo, I think he's going to be fantastic. 17 years old. Definitely going to be a wonder kid. We need to give him some game time to see how he progresses. 3 million for Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. This is going to be exciting. He looks brilliant already at 17. He's going to be a world-class player, much like his dad, I believe. It just looks similar, doesn't he, with the stats? Maybe not with quite the size and the physical, but then he's only 17. And then Shaquille Van Persie, Robin Van Persie's kid, so who looks a brilliant sign as well. 55 million, a bit more expensive, but I think he's worth it. So we're going to end up with a Ronaldo, Van Persie, Rooney front 3 at times in the season coming up, which I think is quite exciting. That was one of the things I really liked about this database and the save. That's what we were looking to get towards. And then we've got to think about who do we want to sell. You know, Antonio Silva's not too happy. We bought him for 41 million. He's been there about 4 seasons now. I don't really want to sell him. I think I'll probably give him some game time. Got Sam Oliver coming through. Powerful centre back, 18 years old, came through the youth system. I think we'll probably loan him out again. give him some game time. Mantando might try and give him some game time on loan. I think Regan Brown, possibly they'll go on loan. Garnacho might go on loan. Like I say, we're hopefully going to end up with Kai Rooney playing a bit more this season. That's the aim. Obi Martin, we've got coming through, is fantastic. Stantuono, Atherton, who's dubbed the next George Best, coming through. I mean, if he's half as good as George Best, he's going to be world class. Got Romeo Hunter. All of these, I think, will probably go out on loan just to hopefully realise their potential, because I'm not always the best in doing that with every player. I suppose that's kind of like in real life, not every player reaches their potential, but I think if we can get them out on loan, it's got to help, hasn't it? Game time, it's got to help them. So that's the aim for this summer. I don't know if I'm going to bring any sort of big signings in. I'll probably just sort of develop the squad. I think I might bring 1 or 2 signings in, we'll see. But I'll just develop the squad, I think. See how we go from there. He looks good. Daniel Gallagher, right back. Not brilliant, but probably the only decent young right back in our squad, I think. He looks good. We'll train him as a wing back. And that's the thing, I've started taking over the training as well for the first team. Not with the kind of routines, but just the individual training and the positional training and stuff like that. The individual routines, I just still let the other coaches do that. You can probably dig into it and dig out a bit more potential and improvement in players, but I don't think it's worth the time, to be honest. But, you know, it's up to you if you want to give that a go. I'm looking at this Matthias Mendieta potentially. Don't think we'd bring him in this season, but maybe for next season, give him another season in Argentina, and I think he's going to be world class. So that's probably something we'll do. Hopefully we can get him for 8.5 million maybe. So nice to keep the young players coming through and just having that kind of conveyor belt of talent. I'd love to bring Yamal in, but he's 194 million, so that's not going to happen. I was scouting this Brian Kessels, but I don't think he's quite kicked on like I thought. So I think I'm going to avoid him, and I might go for Banza. But I might leave him another season or two to see how he develops. There's no rush. We've got really good centre-backs, really good defenders, so I think we'll be fine in that respect. But I've just been enjoying the save. I hope you guys are as well. If you are, please remember to like, subscribe. But let me know if you are enjoying it. I have been playing quite a bit of Rooney, Van Persie, and Ronaldo up front. Obviously, the sons of the ex-Man United players. They've been playing really well, especially Shaquille Van Persie, 26 assists, 18 goals and 39 starts. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., he's still only 18. He's had 40 games, 7 goals, 6 assists. Kai Rooney, 33 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. Not great, but again, still young, getting better. I just want to give them game time. Hopefully they'll develop. And like I say, I'm enjoying this database as well. A lot of good young players on it, so I'm having a bit of fun with it, and I hope you want to see more. Let me know if you want me to carry on with this save, because I am still enjoying it. We've got Monsalvo here, who we brought in, who's a very good youngster on this game, only 18. Chris Rigg there, who's 21. There'll be a few players probably going to look to loan out as well this summer, but let's see how we did. So we got the semi-final of the FA Cup, Man City knocked us out. They also knocked out the quarter-final of the Champions League. Semi-final of the Carabao Cup, we got knocked out by Arsenal, but we won the league again. I think that is our 5th title in a row. Florian Wirtz was fantastic, 7.55 average rating, 8 player of the matches, 14 assists. We scored 97 goals with 31 conceded, 88 points, only losing 4 games. Brilliant season. As I said earlier, 5 in a row. Betted what Man City's in real life now is 4 in a row, I believe. Fantastic. It's just going really well, this tactic, this team that we're putting together. A lot of really good youngsters. I mean, we're bringing in Mendieta, who looks fantastic. And I'm not even certain he's going to get in our team. But I just thought, for that price, that calibre of player, we have to bring him in, even if we're going to loan him out for a season to see if he develops even more. These are the signings I think I showed you in the last video. We're going to look to sell on players now, so I think I showed in the last video, Rashford and Mount left. So people who are getting older, getting on a bit more wages, they're probably going to let to go. We loaned out Garnacho, give him some game time. Sam Oliver, give him some game time. He looks fantastic. He might be a part of the team this season. Let's see how he develops. We loaned a lot of players out. Joseph Brown, who I think looks really good. Houlihan, Haywood, all great youngsters. It's just fitting them all in. Isn't going to be easy in this squad at the moment. So we're going to have to probably start to get rid of some really good players. I suppose we've already started that with Rashford and Mount going. I do want to potentially bring in Lamine Yamal as well. But that, I mean, I've got so many great attacking players that I'm not certain what will happen when I do that. But I'm thinking of either letting these players go that I'm highlighting now, Biancheri, Ibrahimo, Lincoln, maybe on loan, maybe not like proper sale. Proctor, Haywood, Hunter will probably go out on loan, I would imagine. Houlihan again. And then it just starts to thin the squad down a little bit so that, yeah, people are not getting too unhappy. Obviously, the squad's too big and a lot of them aren't playing, they're just going to get annoyed. Probably maybe throw Garnacho in there. We've got Brown, Rig, Tando. Might keep Oliver around. I think I could do with another centre-back. So he'll probably stay around. That might be it. We'll see. There could be other stuff, you know. I want to keep pretty much all those defenders around. I think I could probably do with another 1 or 2 defenders, but I think that's just about enough for us. I'm thinking that I might keep Montando because of the left wing back role that he's got. We don't have a lot there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know who would you guys get rid of? Who would you buy? Is there anyone that would be interesting to bring Man United, bring back to Man United potentially? It's not. I quite like this point in the save where you've amassed a really good team now, and you're just sort of tweaking it, aren't you? You don't have to make wholesale changes. I mean, we've got 305 million if we wanted to spend it, and a lot of wage budget, 1.59 million wage budget. And like I say, these are the players I'm looking at. I'm looking at Banza, but I think I might let him see if he develops more. Bellingham probably cost him much. Tchouameni might cost him much. But I'm thinking Yamal. I might bring Yamal in for like 100 million-ish, bit more. I mean, he's one of, if not the best player on the game at the moment. So, how can I pass that up? And I know 100 million is a ridiculous amount of money, but for someone of that calibre, it's actually not too bad. So, yeah, let me know. Would you buy him? Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure yet. You'll have to look at the next episode to see if I do. See how we're getting on. Like I say, I hope you're enjoying it. See if you've been following us. We've been doing really well. Go back and have a look at some of the videos. But Haaland's got 32 goals this season. Wirtz with 27, 32 assists. Musiala, 27 goals. Yamal got 24 goals, 28 assists. Van Persie got 24 goals. Mendy and Pedri were 14. Naipan with 10 goals, 10 assists. Inacio sometimes playing that left centre-back role, sometimes playing that left wing-back role. Got 19 assists. So we've been doing, I think, really, really well. There's some good progress in the players. Van Persie's looking good. Yamal, possibly the best player on the game right now. 22 years old. 211 million value. Looks phenomenal. Hopefully I'll never have to sell him. Musiala looks great. Wirtz has been brilliant buy. I think we've gone for 58 million. And he is one of the best players in the world. Højlund's been brilliant. Consistently scoring goals for Barcelona. Won Højlund and Wirtz. Barcelona also won Van Persie. PSG want Pedri. Naipan is wanted by PSG. And Saudi want Schlotterbeck and De Ligt. So, could be a bit of a shake-up in the summer potentially, although I might try and hang on to these players. We do have Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. Didn't play a lot from the bench this season, but still a phenomenal player. Chris Riggs coming on, starting to get a bit better. Got quite a few games this season, so that's good to see. Obi Martin might need to have a spell out on loan. He is now 22. Hasn't quite progressed as much as I'd like. We did loan out a lot of players, so I'll start to show you some of these. We've got Blinkhorn there in the reserves, but these are all the ones we loaned out, and they have developed really nicely. Monsalvo looks very, very good. Garnacho is starting to get a bit better, although I think he's got a bit of development still in him, even at 25. Arthur looks phenomenal. Bear in mind, we got this guy for just under £50,000, which is insanely cheap. Kenny Cowie looks good. Joseph Brown looks good to new gens in the game. Roddy Houlihan. Jamal Hayward. We've got so many great players. He looks a very, very good striker. I think he'll get a lot of goals. Romeo Hunter. Biancheri actually is starting to get really, really good. Lots of options here. If I do want to sell players, if I want to loan these guys out again, we still got Kai Rooney. He's only 20. Hasn't quite developed as much as I thought in the last season. Much as I thought he would, but he still looks a good player. Daniel Gallagher. Good Scottish right back. I haven't got a lot of right backs / right wing backs, so that's going to help us out. Some phenomenal players in this squad. This is how we did in the competitions though. We won the Carabao Cup. We beat Aston Villa 5-1. We were runners-up in the FA Cup, losing on extra time to Crystal Palace. Incredibly disappointing. Knocked out the round 16 by PSG. Again, a bit disappointing, but we have smashed the league. 19 points clear. 96 points total. 92 goal difference. Florian Wirtz with the highest average rating. Most assists. Jamal just behind him in assists with 19. 8 player of the matches for Wirtz. 17 clean sheets for Costa. We've been playing brilliantly. Agate giving away a lot of yellow cards, but we do have a lot of players on sort of tackle hard and we're pressing a lot. We were predicted to win, so we have built this squad now into what is the best squad in the league. But to win by 19 points is incredible. 121 goals, only conceding 29. Only lost 2 games this season. As you've seen there, got most goals for 40. Man City were second. Had the most shots as you'd expect. Second in fewer shots against. We're not there in pass completion. We're only 7th in possession. So it's quite an attacking tactic. We're 4th in dribbles. It's more attacking than possession based, I suppose. Third, joint second in clean sheets and second in fewest conceded. Really, really good season. I won't go too deep into the tactic today, but obviously I have in a previous episode, so go and check that out if you want to try the tactic. The finances are looking decent. Not a lot of debt. 300 million if we want to spend it in the transfer budget. I don't know. We might. These are the kind of players I'm looking at the moment. But I mean, it'd be nice to get Bukayo Saka, but I don't think he wants to join. But I'm thinking of sort of this Bibi who looks really good. I think he was top scorer in the Carabao Cup this year, or FA Cup. Got Balde, who looks obviously phenomenal, but he's going to cost like close to 200 million. That's too much. Same with Gavi. You know, they're the type of players I'm looking at, but I don't want to spend that amount of money on. I know we spent 100 on Yamal, but if Balde was 80, 90, 100 maybe, because he's double that, don't think I can spend that, especially with all the quality we've got in the squad. Alfie Chambers looks brilliant. Maybe that's one of the reasons that Palace did very well this year. So he could be somebody we bring in. Young sport and player there. Balagas looks good. We've got a lot of good players as well, so I've got to be careful not to kind of stop the development of anyone else. I suppose by getting Yamal, I've stopped somebody else playing in there, like a Ronaldo Jr. But Yamal was that good, I couldn't not get him, I think. This is the tactic. Like I say, I did a bit of deep dive into that in the last one of the previous episodes in this series, so go and check that out if you want to try this tactic. It is working brilliantly. I do like the way it plays, the way people just drop into different positions as well. And thank you for making it all the way at the end of the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. 21 goals and 30 assists. Musiala, 21 goals, 14 assists. We've sold loads of players this season as well. I will take you through that. I'm trying a little bit of a tweak on the tactic as well, so we'll take you into that later in the episode, so stay tuned for that. Ignacio's been amazing, 17 goals, 20 assists. Pedri with 10 goals, 22 assists. Some fantastic players who've loaned out a few players who have got a bit of experience as well, so hopefully they'll come into the team next year, which will look good. Yamal is, I think, the best player on the game now. Over 200 million in value. He's just insane. Musiala, obviously great. Ignacio, Pedri, all of them are doing fantastic. Van Persie looking good, starting to probably look as good as his dad with that 27 goals, 14 assists. Monsalvo looks fantastic. Mendieta, we loaned him out. I think he looks brilliant. He could be in line for a start next season. Let me know, would you start him? Who would you drop for him? Would you drop Højlund? I don't know. Chris Rigg is coming along brilliantly actually now. Kobbie Mainoo sort of stopped a bit, but he's still a very good player and still gets in this team at right wing back actually now that we've diverted him there. We've got Restes who looks good. Bit of a change at goalkeeper. We'll go into that more when we get into the transfers because we have made a lot of money this year. Joseph Brown looks fantastic. Ronaldo Jr. Oh, I'm disappointed with this one. I think he's still going to be absolutely world class. He's only 20, but he won't sign a new contract. Maybe I haven't been playing him enough. I do kind of simulate the season quite a lot, so yeah, I should have played him more. I think I'm going to lose him. Bit disappointing, but we've got some phenomenal players. I don't think it's going to affect us winning trophies or anything. I just wanted to see how good he was going to get. But we're going to have to follow his progress at other teams probably from next season. Kai Rooney hasn't developed as much as I thought as well. I was showing you there before. Hopefully he'll get better. He's still only 21, I think, maybe 22. So hopefully he can get better. Got a couple of signings coming in the summer who look phenomenal. For quite cheap as well. 10 million for Burkic, I think could be an absolute steal at sort of centre midfield or DM or even centre back he can play, which is nice to have cover there because with the three centre backs we could do more. We've got Miori here who looks phenomenal as well. I think he's going to be a really, really good player. I'm excited for these two youngsters to come in. Whether they'll get straight in the team, I'm not sure because we have that strong a lineup. But we'll see. You'll notice we are missing quite a few of the stars from last year, which, like I say, we'll show you the transfers now so you can see who's gone. There's a lot of them. We've loaned out a lot of players to get them some game time. I think it's the best way to help them develop if you're not going to be playing them rather than just have them in the reserves or the under 18s for some of them. Made some good money on loan now, a few of them actually. I think Diamande, Silva, Obi Martin. Looks okay. I thought he'd get better as well. So I'm not sure he's going to get in the first team. Saw Rizzo there for 250k. Lincoln's gone for 6.75 mil. Fitzgerald for 12 mil. Mastantuono for 14.75. Biancheri's gone for 14.75. These are good players. You just couldn't get in our team. Ibrahimov for 22 million. And then the big three that we sold. Costa went 96 million up to 128 million. Phenomenal player. He went to Barcelona. Naipan went to Real Madrid for 97 million. Bear in mind we bought this guy for 4.6 million, I think it is. Yeah, 4.6 million we bought him for. That is mental. We bought Costa for 29.5 million. Sold him for 96. Incredible. And then we sold Wirtz as well at Real Madrid. That was one I was probably more likely to keep, but I just wanted to make room for the other players in the squad. We have that many good players, so we let him go for 99 million. We bought him for 58, so we made a bit of money on him. I probably could have sold him for a little bit more, but you know, at that amount of money, you get an extra 10 million. The amount we got in the bank, I don't think it's going to make any difference to this save. And then we went through to January playing the kind of sub-keeper. I think Eli Harrison is, and he did really well. But then I seen this Restes had come up on the transfer list. Newcastle weren't playing him for 25 million. I thought that's a bit of a steal, and you know we could do with a better goalie. So we brought him in. He's the only signing really. The rest of the guys, like my director of football, signed a few players, which I wish he wouldn't because they're not great. But that's okay. He hasn't spent a fortune, so that's all right. And I think we made a bit of money off one of them, like 100k or something. So maybe it's not too bad. But yeah, Restes is the only signing. We've still got 669 million if we want to spend it. And not really any debt. 479 million in the balance. They're extending the stadium. I think that's gone up to now 84,000 seat stadium. So we've got a massive stadium. Hopefully that'll bring in some more money. This is the tactic that I've kind of tweaked it to play. to see if this works. We've got press and forward on attack, 2 inside forwards on support, with hold up ball, stay wide, tackle harder, and they're going to mark the fullbacks. We've got 2 centre mids on support, who with get further forward and tackle harder. 2 inverted wing backs on support, who take more risks and tackle harder. We've got 2 ball playing defenders on defend, dribble more and tackle harder. A libero on defend with tackle harder, and sweeper keeper on support with tackle harder. To be honest, if I was going to do a back 3, I quite like the way this would rotate. You know, like, you got that libero step into midfield, so you'll end up with the 2 centre backs really when you've got the ball. Then the centre mid, they'll step up to be almost like number 10s when you've got the ball. The inverted wing backs are going to come in and almost be your centre mids. So I quite like that balance when you've got the ball, and then, you know, the inside forwards, although they are, we've got them staying wider, so they're the ones who are going to provide that width. So I do quite like it. Hopefully, well, as you can see, it's worked really well. I think we possibly can improve on it, but yeah, I do like it. I like that kind of balance and shape it creates when you've got the ball and out of the ball. You know, there's a lot of good high pressing, which you'll see with the tactics as well, but we control the game quite well, you know, which I'll take you through in the stats that we've got in the Premier League, because that'll just show how dominant we have been. We've got attacking mentality, we'll play out of defence, low crosses, focus down left and right, underlap left and right, high at tempo. Not loads of tactical instructions compared to maybe some of my tactics. In transition, we roll out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press, and then out of possession, we've got a higher line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalkeeper distribution. Fairly simple, but like I say, works really well, and I just like those kind of rotations in the positions where we've got the ball. I think it's quite fun, and almost has the players not moving too far from their defensive position, I suppose. You know, like we haven't got fullbacks bombing on right the way down the other end of the pitch and then they can't get back. We've got them just kind of sitting in midfield and they can just go back out wide. So I quite like that. I think everyone's not moving too far away from the defensive position when we got the ball. That was what in my mind when I was trying to play around with this tactic. We got the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. We won the FA Cup. Semi-final of the Champions League, got knocked out by Liverpool, unfortunately. And we've smashed the Premier League again by 18 points, I think that is. We've got only lost 4 times. Rasmus Højlund with 32 goals. Ignacio got 7.7 rating. Højlund 7.54 rating. Yamal with 18 assists. Manu getting a lot of yellow cards, 11 yellow cards. I don't mind that. We've got a lot of tackle harder instructions on. And Ignacio was 6th player of the matches. Bukayo Saka is amazing. I mean, he's great in real life. He's class on this game. I wish I could ever... I mean, I can afford him, but I don't think I want to spend like 160 million on a player, but maybe. Maybe we should. He's got 118 goals, conceding only 30. Brilliant season we've had here. Obviously, he's got the most goals, had the most shots by about 150 more. Fewer shots against. We're not there in pass completion, but we're 5th in average possession, so it just shows we're controlling the game a bit. 8th in dribbles, 2nd in clean sheets, and 3rd in fewest conceded. So it's really good balance from attack and defence, I think, this tactic. So, you know, feel free to give it a go. I haven't put a link in the description yet, but, you know, let me know if you want the link to the tactic. But I've shown you it all, so, you know, you can copy it if you need to. And let me know if you want the save game file. I haven't done anything with that. I might put it on my Patreon page. Let me know if that's something you'd want. Because you'd have 669 million to spend at the moment. And I'm potentially going to sell more. These are the people I'm potentially going to sell. Now, feel free to put in the comments if you would let any of these go or not. But I'm just thinking, do I let Musiala, Ignacio, Pedri, Højlund, Schlotterbeck, De Ligt, Ugarte? I mean, they're getting quite old now as well. You've got to remember that. We've got loads of youngsters coming through. I know it would weaken the team quite a bit. But there's still so much class in that team. I wonder if I let those go, could I still win the league? Maybe. I mean, we've won it 7 times in a row. So Possibly. Let me know. Is that something you'd do? Thank you for making it all the way at the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Watching them, please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the content. If there's anything you want to see, just let me know. But we have had another great season, I think, anyhow. This is kind of the squad of players. I know there's quite a lot of them out on loan, but these are kind of the first team players I'm working with. And whether we're going to keep some of them or not. I mean, there's some absolutely brilliant players in this squad. Javier, Jaime, and Brian, who just looks like one of the best defenders in the world. Obviously, we've got Lamine Yamal, probably the best player in the world at the moment. Musiala's still here. Chris Rigg, he's turning into an absolute monster. So if you can get him, he looks phenomenal. Got Pedri here, still who we got, I think, for pretty cheap as well, for considering how good he is. On Salvo's coming along nicely. He looks like he's going to be phenomenal. And Mendy, been brilliant this year with 28 goals. And Miori, another guy, I think we signed a lot from the bench, but looks brilliant as well. Phenomenal players. So what I want to do is just take you through some certain things of sort of player development, or people we've got out on loan, really. It's our player development. So we loaned out Antonio Silva, and he's played really well, but I'm not sure whether to sell him or not. Same with Diamande. Now let me know in the comments, would you sell him or not? I think I'm going to. Garnacho, a bit of a controversial one, but I think I might sell him as well if I can. Got Barlow out on loan, who looks a very good player, decent young sort of squad option, so I'll probably keep him around. Same with Kenny Cowie, I think he's a phenomenal player. It's just how a team's that good that he probably won't get a start. Sam Oliver, centre back, could be really good for us. Daniel Gallagher again. These are probably more squad players though. Probably keep them around. Kai Rooney hasn't quite developed as much as we wanted. I think, is it Ronaldo left us? Let's see. Yeah, he went to Nottingham Forest on a free because he wouldn't sign a new contract. He's done alright. 7 goals, 6 assists, 30 games. Hasn't quite developed as much as he thought, but I wanted to keep him around to see how good he could be. I might try and bring him back, we'll see. Going to the finances though, and I've never seen this before. Firstly, the overall budget's 537 million, but I've never seen 1 billion transfer budget. That is ridiculous. It basically just tells you for the last few seasons, well, we've been basically selling everyone and not really buying that many people in. Certainly not for like massive money anyhow, for like loads of players. It's just insane. We've got a guaranteed 500 million for the next budget. I mean, we could go mad with that billion. And I might, to be fair. I mean, should I spend it all? Let me know what you guys do. I might go and spend it all. We'll see. Projection obviously looks decent. It's gone down, but I think it's a lot better than that suggests. I'm not sure that takes all like sponsorship and things in there into account. We got a loan, but it's not really mattering. 25.5 million. 24.5 million, sorry, that'll... I mean, they should just pay that off, really. It seems a bit stupid to have outstanding. We've got a billion transfer budget. Obviously, the board's done what we're doing, and that is because if I go into competitions... Okay, in Cups we weren't great this year. Knocked out the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup and the 4th round of the FA Cup by Arsenal. We were knocked out in the quarter-final of the Champions League by PSG, but we've won the league again. 98 points. That's beating a Man City who got 93, so it was fairly close run race. Haaland got 40 goals, but Mendy with 21 goals. Yamal 16 assists. Restes got the most clean sheets. He's coming along brilliantly. Going for 25 million from Newcastle because they decided they were going to play Corbell instead of him. This guy's now a world-class goalkeeper. It's a shocking decision by Newcastle. And Musiala got 10 player of the matches. Really, really good season for us. 104 goals, 27 goals against, 98 points, 77 goal difference. We have been absolutely flying. Got the most goals, obviously, more shots for us, fewer shots against. We're not there in pass completion, we're not even there in possession. So I will show you the tactics. I'm going to potentially do some tweaks on the tactic for next season. I'll let you know what I'm thinking about when I'll see if I'm going to go ahead with that. We got 638 dribbles made, so we're 5th in dribbles, top in clean sheets, and top in fewest conceded. So we have been brilliant this year. Now, before I take you into the tactic, the question is, I suppose, is who do I sell? Who do I keep? I mean, these are just youngsters, so I'll probably be keeping them around. I'm tempted. He's actually out of contract, De Ligt. Actually, I didn't realise that. So I'm going to have to decide on De Ligt. He's joining Al Hilal on the free anyhow. So De Ligt's gone. Tempted to get rid of Ugarte. Who else? Antonio Silva, possibly. Diamande, but he's not shown on there for some reason. Monsalvo seems to be upset, so I might get shot of him. I'll see. He's class though, so I kind of want to keep him around. Thinking Musiala, Pedri, and just kind of rebuilding a bit, you know. I know they're class, and really I can keep them around, but I want to kind of bring through some of these youngsters and maybe go out and find some new ones. And Miori looks good enough to play with Mendieta, Yamal. Atherton looks fantastic. He hasn't had a lot of first team football for us, so kind of want to bring those players through. So I think I'm going to sell those players, but let me know. Let me know what you guys would do. So for the tactic, what I'm thinking, this is what we're using at the moment. I've done a bit of a deep dive into it in another episode, so go and check that out if you want to use this tactic. But what I'm thinking is, and this will look a little strange at first, but we drop a DM in and have 2 strikers. So that is kind of what I'm thinking. I'll probably tweak the tactics and everything. I will tweak these roles because I don't think that Libero rules suit with a DM in there. That'll probably have to sit a little bit deeper. These will be wide fullbacks rather than inverted fullbacks. These will probably be advanced forward, pressing forward, something like that. Let me know. You know, is that something you want to see? It's moving away, I suppose, from the Amorim tactic. It's still 3 at the back, and I think when you watch him, he is going to tweak his tactic in between games, you know, depending on the opponent that they're playing. So it's not unlikely that we'd see something like this. But I was thinking about it, and I kind of want to see if this tactic works. So let me know, should I move to that? Should I stick with sort of more what the Ruben Amorim tactic is? But thank you for making it all the way to the end of the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. 10 of the Man United save using the kind of Ruben Amorim tactic. I want to show you this. I'm now officially a legend at Man United. So we've won that much. I suppose 10 seasons in, we're doing brilliantly. I am 6th, I think, in the world ranking for managers, and actually top for my nationality now. Just taking over Bob Paisley. So that's pretty good. Best I've done, I think, on this year for like a save. I've not done lots of saves that have gone this long, I suppose. So it's gone really well. These are the sales we've had. I think I've shown you some of these in the last episode. I might not have actually. I might have forgotten to. So Monsalvo went for 101 million. Garnacho up to 59 million. Gallagher up to 32 million. Good players, just Monsalvo wanted to leave, so the others weren't really getting game time. Diamande and De Ligt, I let them go on a free. I did kind of want to renew the contract and sell them, but I just thought we've got that much money, it doesn't really matter, so we'll let them go. I think I'll show you the finances soon. We've got still a fortune in the bank, basically. Shaquille Van Persie went, I think this was last January, up to 92 million to Barcelona. Romeo Hunter, 15.5 million. So we've been selling a lot of players. Brought in Jaime, I think I showed you in the last episode. These guys are really good signings. I think for fairly cheap. Canedo Silva, left wing back, 6'4", only 24. Good sort of physicals. Same with Rangel, 21, 6'3", centre back and left back or DM, I think as well. 6'4", centre forward, one for the future a little bit. Finishing isn't great, but apart from that, he's very good. And Graham Gebby, 6'1", centre back. Looks very good from Scotland. The scouts don't fancy him for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I think he looks decent. He's got some really good stats there. We've still got over $1 billion in the transfer budget. 553 million in the balance. I've been looking at players to buy. I mean, I could go out and splash out, a few hundred million on players, but the team's really good. So I feel like I don't need to. I mean, we won the FA Cup there, beat Liverpool 1-0, got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Arsenal in the quarter-final. We won the Champions League, beating Real Madrid 1-0 in the final. So that's fantastic. Won the Community Shield, and unfortunately, we only came second in the league. First time I think that's happened in 9 seasons, is it, that we haven't won the league? So, I mean, we can't be too upset with second. I thought Man City were fantastic with 96 points, so we're gonna struggle to beat that anyhow. We've got 100 goals, 33 goals conceded. I think we still played pretty well. I'd like to at least get into the 90s points, so that's what we have been doing. But yeah, team gets 96 points. I can't be too disappointed with second, and to get an FA Cup and the Champions League, that's not bad. As you can see there, we had 8 titles in a row, and then we go and finish second. Not bad. We need to get back to winning ways. If I continue this, that's the other thing. Do you want me to continue with the save? Let me know. Also, please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. These are the players I'm potentially going to sell. They're getting old. So we've got Ugarte, Inacio, Pedri, Musiala, Silva. I'm not saying they'll all go, but a few of them probably will. Sam Oliver hasn't really kicked on as much as I thought, and that's probably because I haven't played him. I think I might look to loan out Kai Rooney. We'll see. He hasn't kicked on. We've got Ollie Butcher, Nathan Jones. These are good players. I mean, this team I've got has just won the Champions League, so it's a fantastic team. So when you think, we're selling some really good players here, but that's what we're at that point now where we can sell really top class players and then go and try and get the best in the world, especially with a $1 billion transfer budget, which is insane. Lamine Yamal's fantastic again, 45 goals, 23 assists. He's the best in the world. I'm thinking of selling Mendieta, slightly controversial, but I just think I'll show you the tactic shortly, and I don't think I need quite so many forward players that we have. So I might sell Mendieta, and I might start playing Atherton. See, this is the tactic, like, Yamal and Mendieta will be perfect for that, but I'll see. I might get rid of Mendieta. I might bring someone. I've got my eye on somebody. I might play like Atherton up there, although he can play one of the centre midfield spots. This is the tactic we've been using, and we are looking to tweak this next season as well. So we've got 2 pressing forwards on attack, 2 roaming playmakers on support, deep line playmaker on support, 2 complete wing backs on attack. We take more risks, cut inside with the ball, tackle harder. We've got 2 ball playing defenders on defend. They're going to tackle harder and dribble more. We've got another ball playing defender on defend with just tackle harder, so I don't want that centre one dribbling. I just want him to sit a bit more. We've got sweep keeper on support with tackle harder, with attacking mentality, short pass and play out defence, low crosses, run out defence, play for set pieces, slightly higher tempo, and narrow width. Again, I'm thinking of tweaking this, so this might change in the next episode. We've got counter and counter press, distribute quickly, roll it out. And out of possession, we've got higher line of engagement, high defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalie distribution, get stuck in and step up more. I'm thinking of tweaking some of these tactics, like maybe not having the roaming playmakers, maybe not having step up more, maybe not playing for set pieces as much, just really tweaking it even more, maybe going positive rather than attacking. We'll see. I quite like going attacking. We are Man United, one of the best teams in the world. We're going to have a look and decide what we're going to do. I might go complete forwards rather than pressing forwards. So this tactic is going to get tweaked a bit. I might go wide centre-backs, but we'll see. Stay tuned for that, hopefully in the next episode, if I continue with it. But thank you for making it all the way to the end of the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. 6 million is a brilliant player, but I bought in a new striker, which I'll show you soon, and I just wanted to make space for some of the other players. Silva's gone for 60 million for a 30-year-old to Real Madrid. I think that's pretty good. Kenny Cowie's gone for 39.5 million. 37.5 million for Ugarte, who's like 31 or 32 now. So I think we made some decent money there. But we've spent pretty big as well, actually. So we've got Nafi, who went back out on loan to the club we bought him from, but he's going to be fantastic for us this season. He's developed brilliantly. We've got Schubert, a right wing back in from Bayern Munich for 84 million. Possibly the best right back in the world at the moment, I think. Tonnen, a youngster, he went back out on loan as well to Copenhagen. He's going to be good for us, I think, this year. Brought in Hato 28, 70 million for him, bit pricey but good in wing back, left back, centre back, DM. This is the new striker. Rodriguez, I think he's fantastic. 61 million, looks like a world class player, plays like a world class player as well. And Lunga came in just as an option in midfield for 42 million. So I wasn't happy with the fact that we didn't win the league last season, which was the first time in I think 8 seasons or 9 seasons. So we went for it this year. This is the tactic. We tweaked it a bit. We got 2 complete forwards on attack, 2 centre mids on attack, 2 complete wing backs on support, a DM on support, 2 wide centre backs on support, a ball playing defender on defend, and the sweeper keeper on support. We're attacking mentality, short passing, play out defence, low crosses, run out defence, slightly high tempo and narrow width. In transition, roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we've got a high line of engagement, high defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalie distribution and get stuck in. Tactic works really well. I would actually think in real life Amorim should maybe try something like this. I feel we're a little light in that centre midfield and that's not really helping us. But it's early days, maybe we need to get used to his tactic. But as you can see, we won the league on goal difference. Yamal got 12 assists, Estes got 19 clean sheets, which is only 1 behind the Arsenal keeper. Yamal's still playing phenomenally well, but we didn't get anyone there in the highest amount of goals. But back winning the league, so that's 11 seasons now we've done, and we won 9 leagues, which is fantastic. With no goal difference, I'll take it. It's just nice to get back to the top of the league. 100 goals we scored, 21 conceded. We lost 4 games against Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Bournemouth, all away from home. So not having Bournemouth, not really that bad. Arsenal lost 4 games as well, 1 away to us. So that's pretty much won us the title, really, hasn't it? If we didn't get that win there, Arsenal would have won the league. And City were only 5 points behind us. We got the semi-final of the FA Cup, knocked out by Liverpool, won the UEFA Super Cup, won the Community Shield, won the Carabao Cup, and we won the league. So Jose Mourinho would call that a quadruple. I'm not going to, but he would. So not a bad season, and we got knocked out in the semi-final with Barcelona of the Champions League. So we've done really well, actually. So I think it proves that the little tweaks in the tactic of, whilst we won the Champions League last year, and I think the FA Cup, I think we've just consistently been a little bit better this season. We've got some players getting a little bit older, Ignacio and Pedri. I mean, Ignacio's actually, I think, it's down as like an icon of the club, so maybe I can't sell him, but thinking about selling Ignacio, Pedri, Harrison, possibly Kyrie, I was hoping he'd develop more, Rangel, Gebi, Gamble. I'm just thinking of really letting these sort of people who haven't developed in the squad go and just bring in a couple of top class players and just be even stronger next season. I want to maybe genuinely win a quadruple. That would be phenomenal. We've had some really good performances this year. Chris Atherton has come on beautifully. Remember, we bought him for under £50,000, which is incredible. He had 57 games, 32 goals. Rodriguez, 47 games, 29 goals. Yamal got 27 goals and 22 assists. Pedri got 15 goals and 9 assists. Chris Rigg got 14 goals and 14 assists. Miori got 11 goals and 11 assists. Bigger Lunga also got 10 goals and 13 assists. So everyone's been playing really well this year. Javier Jaime got shot. I think he might be the best centre back in the game right now. And 9 goals in 53 games from centre back, which is pretty good. These are the players I'm looking at. I don't think I'm going to bring back Ronaldo Jr., but it's always on my short list. But I think I might sign this Ollie on. And obviously with Nafi coming in, that'll give us 2 really good centre midfielders. You know, we've already got some great ones, but I just think it'll help us. They're both quite big as well. Add a bit more physicality to the team, possibly. He's 6'1". I think Ollie Orton was 6'5". So that's something that I'm looking at. Probably happen, I imagine. It's Vlahovic at 18 million. He's 34, so he's probably on the downgrade. And then I just think, strengthen those centre-back positions, because then we've got really good attackers. We just need a couple of defenders, potentially. Especially if I sell everyone that I mentioned I was going to. So I'm possibly looking at Mehmet Phillips would be a very good player. But for that value, not sure. Ronaldo, Brazilian centre-back, 22 for 12.5 million. Looks a bit of a steal. So I could potentially bring him in. I'll see. I'm going to have a little bit of a shop around, I think, for some defenders, possibly, just to strengthen that up. Because I think our attack is really, really strong. Unless I spot anyone, brilliant who I want to bring in at that point. But also, we've still got £1 billion to spend in the budget, which is mad. So we can have a lot of fun, I think, this summer. I might spend quite a lot. We'll see. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Stay tuned for that. Please remember to like and subscribe as well. Luis Rodriguez and Lamine Yamal, probably the standout players in my team. 47 games, 53 goals, 23 assists for Yamal, which is just mental. Chuba got 26 assists. Manu got 19 assists. Rodriguez got 33 goals, 10 assists. Nafi's looking very, very good now. I think that year out on loan did him well. We brought in Ollie Orton. We'll obviously show you the transfers, but he looks fantastic. 6'5" player who can just play anywhere down the middle of the pitch, which is very helpful because I've been kind of tweaking the tactic, trying to find what I want to play. So it was nice having that option of just moving him basically without moving a lot of the other players sometimes. Got some decent players out on loan. This Alunga, he looks great, but I might end up selling him. I might sell Gebbie. I'm not sure. Tonning, I think he's still got bits of potential. Got Horty, looks good, 6'4" striker. I just wish his shooting was better. And this guy, Kadir Adri, we bought him, sent him back out on loan to, I think, Galatasaray. For 21 million. He looks brilliant. He's developed a lot more than when I first sort of spotted him, so really good signing. And then we've got this 21-year-old Colombian. He's only coming in for like 1.8 million, so we just thought we'd take a chance on him. See if he can develop. 6'6" centre back. Nice to have another centre back as well. I think we're a little bit short in that area. So as you can see, this is the kind of business we did with Ollie Orton coming in for 48.5 million. English from the Dutch league though. Obi came back on a free, but as you'll tell, he's not actually with us now. So we got him on a free. I think he only played like 5 games, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, 5 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. And then I don't think they've got the Serie A names anymore. I think that might be like AC Milan. Came in for 70 million for him, so I figured, well, yeah, we'll let him go for that. And then obviously Adri's coming in. He's going to be phenomenal for us this season. I'm looking forward to seeing him play alongside Nafi, probably, in that midfield. Some of the people we sold: McKenzie, 5.75 million, Harrison, 8 million, Gamble, 14 million, Sulak, 14.5 million, Rangel, 36 million. Just didn't really develop as much as I wanted. He might be a bit of a late bloomer, but we'll see. I think still a good profit on him, going for 9.25, sold him for 36. Man City now want him, apparently. Interesting. There's Obi, 70 up to 77 million. And then we also sold Athens. This is the big sale. Barcelona came in 165 million up to 205 million. Now, excuse me. Unfortunately, I'm not very well here, as you can tell by the coughing, so I do apologise. But he is a player we got for £48,500. Sold him for 165 million up to 205 million. That might be the best buy value-wise I think I've ever done on this game. Got 754 million in the balance. Still got $1 billion in the budget we're spending, but we just, we've got to sell players as well to free up in the squad. So we still seem to be selling at a profit, big profit as well. So we're not really eating into that £1 billion. Nasso and Yamal in the left section, as am I, which is nice to see. As is our assistant, Ruud van Nistelrooy. We'll have to take you through the tactic. We'll have a competition first anyhow. Then I'll show you the tactic. Carabao Cup. Who are the runners-up? Lost on penalties to Man City. Bit disappointing. We won the Community Shield, beat Man City 4-0, so that's nice. Knocked out in the FA Cup, third round by Tottenham, disappointing, but we won the Champions League 2-1 against Man City. It's meeting Man City everywhere, and then we beat them by 4 points in the league as well to win the league. 93 points, 89 goal difference, 37 goals from Yamal, just one behind Haaland. Haaland's getting old now. Hopefully he's going to decline a bit. Whereas Yamal, I think, is 27. So he's hopefully still in his prime. Got 7.92 rating for him, 17 assists, 10 player of the match. He's best player by a mile this season. 130 goals he scored with 41 conceded. So conceding a few more, but scoring a lot more. Little sort of insight into my tactic, which is very attacking now. We had the most shots. Third in fewest shots against, only just though. We're not there. We're 8th in possession. We're not there in tackles, but we're second in dribbles made. So it is, as I say, very attacking tactics. Joint 6th in clean sheets and 4th in fewest conceded. Let's get into this tactic. We've gone with a diamond. Now, I'm not sure I've ever really used a diamond that successfully in FM24, but this seems to work very well. 2 complete forwards on attack, attacking midfielder on attack, 2 centre mids on attack, deep line, playmaker on defend, 2 full backs on attack, 2 ball playing defenders on defend, and a sweeper keeper on support. I know it looks, and it is, a very narrow tactic, but all of those sort of front 5, I think, are like moving into channels. So there still is quite a bit of width in this tactic, weirdly. We've got attacking mentality, short pass and play out defence, pass into space, low crosses, run at defence, play for set pieces, focus play on the left and right, underlap left and right, slightly higher tempo, narrow. In transition, we'll roll it out, distribute quickly, counter press. And out of possession, we are high line of engagement, high defensive line, trigger press much more from prevent the goal distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. It weirdly works. Maybe it helps that my team's very good on this game. You know, I haven't tried it, admittedly, with a lesser team, but it works. It's a fun tactic. You're not going to get loads of clean sheets, but you're going to get loads of goals and loads of chances. Now the question is, we've got a few older players as well, so who do we sell? You know, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not sure. Pedri possibly goes. Bentley, Mallet, Rooney. I'd like him to develop better. Maybe Ignacio. Possibly we look at a new keeper. I might not do that this next season. I'll see. I'll see though. I honestly haven't made my mind up whilst I'm recording this. I haven't gone any further ahead than what you're seeing right now. But thank you for making it all the way through this video. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Players. Got Ari coming in. Raul Pablo. For centre back there for 78 million. I think that's it. Cuja 1.8 million. From Colombia, got Frank 77 million there. Bayern Munich, I think he came in. Another centre back. Thought we need to strengthen up in the defence. Enzo Jordan, lovely youngster. Left wing and centre forward, 20-year-old, 86 million. I think he's going to be world class. Sold again quite a few players this season. Maybe not quite as big as Atherton like we did last season, but Rooney's gone. 23 million, he just hasn't developed. So we've got short of him. Looks like he hasn't developed either when he left there, because I think he was on the market up 6 million. Lunga's out on loan. Bentley's out on loan. They're coming on very, very well. I think Bentley might get in the squad next year, same with Lunga. But we are probably the best team in the world right now. So loaning out world-class people like Lunga, not that big a deal to us. We sold Miori to Real Madrid. I think he's phenomenal. He's got great stats. It's just a little bit slow. I'm probably nitpicking a bit because he is a really top player. Same with Burkic, he was probably just a little bit small. Pedri's getting old. He was 32 when I sold him. They're paying him 1.2 million a week, so we got shot of him. Tonning just hasn't really developed as much as I thought he would. He's still in 22, so he could be class. We cashed it in for 25 million, 22 and a half for Frankie Mallet. Again, he could be a decent player, but he just hasn't developed like I thought he was going to. That's probably more than me for not playing him, to be fair. So he could end up being a good signing for Fulham. We've got a Duro in here just as a backup keeper. Yamal was actually kicking off soon. We didn't have enough cover in goals, so I thought I'd better get him in. Got Ronaldo Jr. We had to bring him back. He wanted to come. I think Liverpool put an offer in for him when he was at Forest. So I thought, you can't have him go to Liverpool. So we brought him back. He's going to play a bit more like he has there. 26 goals, 20 goals in 26 games. And 10 assists, I think that was. And please remember to like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. Yamal got 33 goals and 23 assists. Rodriguez, 22 goals and 12 assists. Ronaldo Jr., like we mentioned. Ollie Orton, 19 goals, 12 assists. Ari, 18 goals, 10 assists. Rig, 18 goals, 13 assists. He got 17 goals from 19 starts and 14 sub-appearances. Nafi with 12 goals, 12 assists. A lot of sub-appearances as well. Just incredible. Jaime got 10 goals from centre-back, I presume he's been playing. Spread the goals around a lot, scored a lot of goals this season. I will talk you through the tactic, the same one I used in the last episode though. So have a look at that and check that out for a bit of a deeper dive into it. But I am training another tactic as well, which I'll kind of show you at the end of this episode. So stay tuned for that. We knocked out third round the Emirates FA Cup by Man City, won the Charity Shield, won the Champions League again. This is the third win in 4 seasons and our 4th win overall in 13 seasons, I think it is. I've been here now. Absolutely incredible. Brilliant stuff from us. Won the UEFA Super Cup. And we knocked out the Carabao Cup quarter-final by Brentford. And we kind of, if you're Jose Mourinho, we kind of did a quadruple. I'm not counting the Super Cup Community Shield, so I'm calling it a double. But we smashed the league. We got 99 points. Closest to us was 78 points. Newcastle, so 21 points behind. Yamal got 20 league goals, 7.51 rating, 15 assists, 8 player of the matches. He was definitely the best player in the league and probably in the world right now. 134 goals we scored, only conceding 44. I would say only, that's quite high, but when you're scoring 134, it's not bad at all. This is a very attacking tactic, so expect to ship some goals. But we expect to be scoring 3 or 4 goals a game, to be perfectly honest. And then also, it's a slightly ageing squad, maybe a little. There's some of them who thinking of getting rid of. Ignacio's a legend at the club though, so I might have to keep him until his contract runs out. Manu possibly, Gebbie, Van der Ent, Duro possibly. We brought him in, I know, just as a backup, so I might keep him for another season. Silva hasn't really kicked on, but I think that's just because Hato's probably playing more than him. Horty, I might let go. He's 22, 6'4", good attacking midfielder or striker, good cover for there. So I'll see what cover I've got up front. But yeah, they're the ones I'm thinking about letting go. This is the tactic that I've been using. Like I say, have a look in the last episode. I'll take you through all the tactics in that one. But, we've got 2 complete forwards on attack, attacking midfield on attack, 2 centre mids on attack, deep line playmaker on defend, 2 fullbacks on attack, 2 ball playing defenders on defend, and a sweeper keeper on support. Like I say, we go deeper into all these different excuse me, type of tactics in the last episode. So go and check that out. This is the sort of more classic 4-4-2 I'm kind of training that I might switch to. That I think is a little bit more like the Man United of old, possibly. Although I think they probably had 1 forward dropping off rather than 2 forwards up front. But yeah, the main difference is we've got 2 DMs on support and 2 wide playmakers on support, which I haven't really used the wide playmakers, so it'll be interesting to see how that works and if defensively they do enough. But that's what I'm thinking. Should I switch that tactic or should I stick with this one? Let me know. You'll check that out in the next episode, and thank you for making it all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care all. We have had another great season. Kadir Ari has been playing as that kind of number 10 role in the diamond formation. which I'll show you in a bit more depth actually later in the episode, because we did have a request for what the special instructions are. So I will show you some of that. The player instructions. And please remember to like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. But Harry got 36 goals in 61 games. Lamine Yamal's amazing again. 44 games, 30 goals, 22 assists. Ronaldo Jr., 15 goals there. Rodriguez, 23 goals, 11 assists. Leon, 14 goals. Schubert, 14 goals, 21 assists from left back, actually, because I wanted Jaime to play right back and he got 11 goals, 34 assists, which is just mad. Nafi there, 12 goals, 13 assists. So we're scoring loads and loads of goals. They're getting spread around the whole of the team. And this tactic, whilst it's probably a little bit too attacking, it's really fun. Players play brilliantly. The value goes through the roof. So I think it helps in a lot of ways. Although you're going to concede a lot of goals, you're going to score so many that I think it's worthwhile. We've got this Lenardi coming in, 12.5 million, young Argentinian. I think he looks like he's going to be fantastic. Good, certainly good value for money. Sold a lot of players again. Gebi was one of them, 13.5 million. We sold Staunton Turner, just a youngster, 39 million up to 50 million. He doesn't look great. He's 21. Fulham buy a lot of our youngsters, actually. I don't know why. But Manu there for 30 million. He was 31 when I sold him. They're going to pay him 800k a week, so fair enough. Darcy Beno, just a youngster, Villa for $1 million. Then we load out Culture, Molina, Hodgkiss. Hopefully get them some experience and get them better. Didn't sign anyone. Didn't feel like we needed to. Locked in these players, so locked in Kadia, Schubert, Jaime, Franca. Franca wanted game time, and I wanted Jaime right back and Schubert at left back. And I think that just has really good balance for us. So we've got two complete forwards on attack. We tackle harder and mark. They're going to mark DMs, so one's marking the right DM, one's marking the left DM. We're attacking midfielder on attack with Rome from position, tackle harder. Two centre mids on attack with Rome from position, move into channels and tackle harder. Got a deep line playmaker with tackle harder. We've got two ball playing defenders with dribble more and tackle harder. We've got a sweeper keeper with tackle harder. Bit of a theme here. And we've got the fullbacks on attack. We've got quite a lot of instructions. Take more risks, cross and byline, cut inside with the ball, stay wider and tackle harder. And obviously we've got all the normal instructions that I took you through in an earlier video, so I won't kind of bore you with them at the moment. And the only difference with the 4-4-2 tactic, I've got to admit I'm using more the diamond tactic though, but the only difference with this is the wide playmakers are on tackle harder and the DM spots are on tackle harder. Everyone else is the same as it is in the diamond formation. So both work really well. I'm just enjoying this diamond formation, especially with this team, because we don't have lots of like orthodox type wingers, I suppose. We've got the attacking wingers, but not those sort of right mid, left mid types. So I think the diamond formation works a lot better for us. We run up in the Super Cup, won the Community Shield. We were quarter-final of the Champions League by Liverpool. Carabao Cup got the semi-final, knocked out by Tottenham, knocked out the quarter-final of the FA Cup by Man City. Not ideal, but we've smashed the league. Only losing one game, which is away to Wolves. A bit disappointed we didn't go unbeaten. But 103 points with a 104 goal difference is incredible. Especially even more incredible, we weren't in the top two for goal scorers, but Lamine Yamal's 7.76 average rating, 21 assists, 12 player of the matches. He's definitely been the best player of the season. Been the best player for a good few seasons, actually. 132 goals he scored, only conceding 28. That has to be our best league performance to date, I think. And I think it just shows how dominant this tactic can be, and this team, to be fair. We built a very, very good team. So that is going to help as well. Got some older players. Ignacio is probably... He's going to go basically. He's been brilliant for us, but he's 35. He's on the downgrade. I think he's actually a legend at Man United now. But we'll probably let him go on a free. I don't know who else to sell. Possibly... maybe the backup keeper, but I don't mind him. He's 32. The normal keeper's 32, so possibly him. Possibly Hato, 31-year-old. Silva, we've got to be careful because the average age of this team is going up a little because I haven't signed anyone really. So, but Canedo, Silva might let him go. Jones, Hoy, these are the players I might let go and bring in 2 or 3 players in the summer. We'll see. But what another great season. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Season 15 of the Man United Save. Hope you enjoyed the content. Please remember to like and subscribe. As you can see, I've only locked in one player this time, which is Javier Jaime. He is phenomenal right back. I know he doesn't look it with his dribbling stats and crossing, but 57 games, 16 goals, 25 assists. And if you look since I've moved him a right back, I mean last season there, 35 assists he got, which is just mental. We're still using the diamond tactic with a little bit this 4-4-2, but I've got to admit I am favouring this diamond tactic, and it's working very, very well for us. As you can see in the competitions, we won the Carabao Cup. Loads up, we beat Man City 2-1. We were runner-up in the Community Shield. We won the FA Cup, where we beat Leeds United 5-0, so a couple of rivals there were beaten, which is brilliant. We knocked out the Champions League quarter-final by Barcelona, which is very disappointing. But we also won the league. So we've got the domestic treble this year, which is not bad at all. I mean, there was 7.55 average, 18 assists in the league. Restes there with 15 clean sheets. As you can see, we finished on 95 points. We scored 135 goals. Conceded 48, which was probably a little bit high, but 135 goals scored is very high. And that gave us an 87 goal difference. Very, very good season for us. As you can see, we've still got $1 billion to spend with 896 million in the bank if we want to use it. But I'll show you my transfers. We're not making loads, and I feel like when we are spending money, it's quite well spent. So Lenardier for 12.5 million. He's coming, he's going to be good. I think we try to load him out just to give him a bit of experience. And then Romero, we got this guy on free. He looks phenomenal. Probably one of the best strikers in the world, actually, I think. Good personality as well. So, really good business from us. And then we let this guy go on a free, but we sold quite a lot of players. So we sold Hato for 49 million, 40 for 59 million. Loaned out Ollie Davis. Ronaldo Jr. went, I know, I bought him back and I've sold him again. But they were offering 60 up to 79 million, which is more than we paid for him. We paid 43, maybe, yeah. 43, so we made money on him. Crosley Buffton was just a youngster, 24.5 million to 32.5 million. He went. Kulja went because he wasn't really kicking on. We sold him for 19.25 million. Nathan Jones, Fulham, love our youngsters, 43.5 million. So we just made loads of money again. We've got some good youngsters coming through. Mainly this Sully Banj. Looks like a pretty good centre forward, so I think I'm going to try and bring him through this season. So I'm going to put him in the senior squad. I'm not sure about the rest of these guys. Probably get loaned out for a bit of experience. And we've got Hodgkiss and Davies who are out on loan, who could play a part, to be fair, because they're coming on a bit. Maybe Davies. Could always do with fullbacks, but Hodgkiss actually looks quite good, to be fair. But yeah, whether he'll make the grade, I'm not sure. Probably not. If you look at the squad, it is not super old. We've got a couple of older players, so the keepers might need to freshen that up. Could be time for Rig and Yamal, but I think they'll last another season there, so I'll take them off there. I think I'll probably keep Restes for another season. Possibly him as well. So I think I'll probably be selling the Lunga, Silver, maybe Hodgkiss. Could be it. Could be it. not a massive squad anyhow, so I think I'll probably let them go. And then I don't know who to bring in. These are the guys that I'm scouting. I mean, it's big money, but we've got $1 billion, so we might just go mad and bring these lads in. Really good midfielder here in Chupo, and then we've got Blazovic, I think, is another midfielder, but gives us options there in midfield. And then Bonamé is a right back. So I might go and get these guys. Let me know what you think. 200 million for him, so maybe not him. Maybe just go and get those two. But we'll see. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. I think it's season 16. I could be wrong. We've done really well this season. Please remember to like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. This is the tactic I've been using. So I've got 2 complete forwards on attack with tackle harder, and they're going to mark the DMs. 2 wide playmakers on support with tackle harder. 2 DMs on support with tackle harder. We've got 2 ball playing defenders on defend with dribble more and tackle harder. We've got a sweeper keeper on support with tackle harder, and 2 fullbacks on attack with take more risks, crossing the byline, cutting side with the ball, stay wider and tackle harder. Which is a bit of a theme of my tactics recently. We've got attacker mentality, short pass and pass into space, play out of defence, low crosses, run out defence, play for set pieces, focus play down left and right, underlap left and right, slightly higher tempo and narrow attacking width. In transition, we'll roll out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we've got a high line of engagement, higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalie distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. There's a lot going on in this tactic. It does work quite well. I mean, we've got a good team here at Man United, so I might try it with a lesser team. I'll see. This is how we got on this year, though. We won the Carabao Cup. We beat Chelsea 2-1. We won the Community Shield. Beat Man City 3-1. We got knocked out of the FA Cup by Man City in the 5th round, unfortunately, but we won the Champions League. Beat Barcelona 1-0. I think that's our 4th or 5th Champions League win now. And we won the league again. 93 points, 78 goal difference. Jordan got the most goals, 27 goals. He got the highest average rating. Lamine Yamal with 12 assists. Jordan there with the most player of the matches. He was very, very good for us in that left attacking complete forward spot. As you can see there, we've got 107 goals, only conceding 29, only losing 3 games this year, all away from home, only by 1 goal to good teams as well, so can't be too mad at that. Although it would be nice to have a invincible season. Still got £1 billion budget, which is mad. I'm buying quite a few players as well, but I'm just selling a lot as well, so I've already got quite a lot of players coming in this summer, so I am going to spend a bit more. We've got a really good centre-back here. I think could be fantastic because of his pace and physicals. A young Turkish midfielder here who hopefully will progress a bit more, but he looks very good. And then we've got Vlad Paul here from Roma, who he's a midfielder. I think he can play DM as well, so he looks a decent midfielder. And I just thought it'd be nice to get some few younger players in as well. We didn't really sign a lot of players this year. Romero came in on a I think that was last year, so I don't think we actually signed anyone this year. That's why I've got a bit bigger in the summer. We haven't sold loads, only really sold Canedo Silva, who was probably in our first team for 32.5 million. So I think we've had a really good season, considering we haven't really switched it up too much, but we've got a very good team here. We've got a lot of good youngsters come through. We didn't need to go out and spend a fortune, but I will spend a bit more in definitely for this summer and going into the next season. There's a few players getting a bit older, so we do need to freshen the squad up a little bit. Chris Rigg there's 31, he's been brilliant for us. The goalie Restes there's 34, probably still got another couple of seasons in him being a goalie, but it would be nice to get a better backup who can then take over from him probably. We've got 5 5-star players who are looking just phenomenal. I mean, Lamine Yamal's 31, he's still probably the best player in the world. Heimer there's 30, very good player. Schubert, our right back / left back, he's 27, so probably in his prime. You'd say Luis Rodriguez, 26, centre forward, who looks phenomenal. And then Jordan, 23. Left winger, but we've kind of turned him into that sort of left complete forward, especially in this tactic, and he's playing very, very well. Also, I've kind of done the training. I think I showed you that in a previous episode, or I might show you a bit more of that in the next episode. So you'll see I've been tweaking the training to go a bit more physical. But thank you for making all the way to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. We've still got some fantastic players. Lamine Yamal's 32 now, but he's still getting 38 goals and 28 assists. Rodriguez with 35 goals. Jordan with 33 goals, 11 assists. Fantastic players. Really great sort of front line. We've got a really great team, actually, to be fair. If you want the save game file, let me know. I think I could probably put it on my Patreon page. I haven't yet, but I might do. If you want to see, you want to take on this team, there's £1 billion, I think there is to spend. Or there was. I might have spent a little bit of that now, but still a lot of money to spend if you want it. This is the kind of tactic we predominantly played with this season, which I've shown you in a previous episode. So if you want to see the full breakdown of that, go and check that out. I kind of messed around a little bit with the training. So this was the training that we ended with. I'm not sure. I think it's a pretty good training one if you want to up your physical kind of attributes, the players. But I am going to tinker around, I think, in future videos with different training schedules to see if I can kind of find something that works a bit better. As you can see, yeah, as promised, £1 billion in the budget. So it would be a very, very fun save to take over. And see, we sold a few players, mainly Chris Rigg. He was getting a bit old now, 32. He's still a very good player, but he's sort of acceleration and that was going. So decided to let him go. And we let Ben Hughes go, just a youngster for 31 million. I see youngster, he's 24 now, but he wasn't getting any game time. And we spent pretty big on Bonametti coming in. Probably the best right back on the game at the moment. Cameron Hale came in as a goalie who I think will possibly take over from Resta, as we'll see. Eventually, maybe not this season. We've got Navallo, who's a very, very good centre-back. Great physicals on him, 96 million. Young Turkish midfielder, I think, could be very good. And Vlad Paul, who's a very good midfielder. DM, sort of our attacking midfield, 86 million from Roma. And I think it just freshened up the team with a few more youngsters. It was kind of needing. The team was getting a little bit old. And we're also potentially going to be bringing in Maria Lopez, who's somebody I spotted. As I say, this might be the last season. So if you do take over the save, look out for him. I think he could be a very, very good centre-back. But we won everything. This tactic with this team, which is kind of maybe why I'm thinking last season, because can we get any better than this? We won the FA Cup there 3-1, we won the Champions League 3-0 against Man City, we won the Community Shield 5-1 against Arsenal, we won the UEFA Super Cup 3-1 after extra time against Sevilla, we won the Carabao Cup, which was 1-0 against Man City, so they won't be liking us at all. And they came second in the league. We won the league with 95 points, 75 goal difference. Jordan with 25 goals, Lamine Yamal with 22 goals. He had the best average rating, 7.58 average rating. He had 13 assists. He had 9 player of the matches. Really fantastic season for us. I probably could go on and get like top of the Hall of Fame. I think I'm about 3rd overall in the whole world, but look at this. I mean, 109 goals, 34 conceded. It's a very attacking tactic that we use. I'll show you the Hall of Fame. Yeah, we're 3rd there. So, like, we could go on and possibly get ahead of Ancelotti and Pep, but we're doing really well. 6,613 points. Probably the most. I think, well, it is the most I've had in FM24. I think I did a few on like FM22 or 23 where I got into like the 10,000, to be honest. I've never really gone more. I mean, this is the 17th season. I've never gone more seasons into a save. As you can see, we won everything basically. There's the list of honours if you wanted to see it. And, you know, let me know if you want to take on the save. Let me know if you want a link to the tactic. I think I did put it in some previous videos, but if you want to see it, you know, feel free to let me know. Let me know what save you think you do next. I'm thinking possibly Leicester, see if I can do better with them, and maybe even like a Rennes save. So possibly, I'll see. But thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.